Almost got.
Welcome to our book, Top 20
Yay.
Essential Skills for ArcGIS Pro. You're going to have fun, but there's some a little bit of work to get started.
Yeah, so we're glad that you're watching this because it includes some important things that you'll need that other people may get confuzzled about. So first, you want to get the software. Now, you may already have a license for whatever purpose through work or whatever. That's fine to use that. Or if you're school, university, whatever, if they provide it to you, use that. That's fine as well. The license that comes with the book is a 6-month license. One thing I realized we should add here is that you will also need a ArcGIS account.
Oh, yes, for
And
ArcGIS Online.
so you can set up a free one that has some limitations on it. But again, if you are part of an organization that already has a license, have them set you up as a user, or if you're part of a school or university, have them set it up for you because you'll get some things that will be useful to you.
Yeah.
So before you set up the software, though, and use this link, and you can, in case they've changed this link on us, use this, verify your computers, just search for that. And it will make sure not only the usual things of how much RAM do you have and things like that, but it's going to look for some very specific files.
Yeah, there's definitely a .NET version that will need to be updated for most of you. Actually, we've had to do it on our computers as well.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing I've run into recently. There used to be some other things, but those seem to be the ones that come up now. It will save you a lot of heartache now to take care of that.
Yeah, it is better to do this ahead of time and get all the requirements ready than to start the install and then have to stop and do the things and then restart the install.
Now, if you're running on a Mac, this is Windows software. No, there is no ArcGIS version for Mac. Matter of fact, I don't know of any GIS software that runs natively on a Mac. But a lot of people, including a lot of people at ESRI or Esri, the company that makes the software, they run on Macs, and they run Parallel, which is software you run to allow you to run Windows software on top of that. So, but you'll
Yeah.
see there the instructions for how to do that. And again, you can look that up. Running ArcGIS Pro on a Mac, and you will get to that same.
Yep. Plenty of info.
Then you need to install the exercise data. This is,
Yes. So not just the data, not just the software for the ArcGIS Pro, but then you're going to need data to run with it to follow the chapters in the book.
and that comes as a zip file. And so then you'll need to extract that onto your computer. Um, I would suggest doing it on your computer as opposed to anywhere on the cloud. You just get better performance.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do. So, and you'll
Yeah.
also,
And it's not a lot. It's not like it's going to take up a ton of space.
yeah. And then you'll see a folder for most of the chapters, and that has the data that you need. Like there's a agency's Excel file that people frequently can't find in like what, chapter 5 or 6, something like that. And there it is. So don't ask us later on where it is when
It's in the chapter folder.
yeah. Okay. Some important things. Don't put spaces in file names. And the reason for that is that a lot of things you do in GIS are using a database internally. And there are rules for databases, including no spaces. And so for now, just get used to not using spaces. You can use underscores and things like that. And but you want to. I think there's actually not a lot of characters you're allowed to use. Underscores are good though.
Yeah.
And then the files that you need for each chapter, again, are in the folder for that chapter, except for the ones that you create in earlier chapters.
Yeah. Some of the chapters build on each other.
Yeah. Okay, just try. Yes, some of this you'll get stuck on, um, but it
And
ain't so bad.
yeah, some of you are not technical people and you're a little daunted by using this software and this technical tool, but just give it a try. It's the book is designed to bring you along slowly so that by the end you have all the skills that you need to do the exercises.
And as we always say, it's so easy, even a manager can do it. And then, ask for help. Ask around. There are, you know, if you're a student with other students, talk to each other. And there are message boards out there. There are YouTube videos on individual things. So do
Yeah.
not suffer in silence.
And honestly, when I run into trouble in Pro, and I do, there's things that I don't use very often and I forget how to use them. So if you just type in a browser ArcGIS Pro and then how do I blah, 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 fill in the blank, there's so much great information out there. A lot of it from Esri, but Barry's right, there's YouTube videos and stuff as well. So lots of help out there.
Okay, this is important. Don't be a button clicker. Okay, what do we mean by that? That's somebody who sees the exercises here and they just look for the spots of, oh, it's fuzzing me out. But anyway, it just looks for the spots where it says do this step, do this step. And they don't read the between things that explain what you're doing.
And why you're doing them.
Yes. So, like in chapter 3, why doesn't the US Census Bureau website look like my book? Why is that changed? You better read that, or the next part's just not going to make sense. So, read it all. Do not rush through it. Don't skip steps. Those
Yeah.
three all go together. And do
Yeah.
not get to the end of a chapter and say, I don't know what I just did. Well, it's okay if you do that. Just go back and redo it.
Yeah.
Remember your purpose in doing this. The purpose in using this book is to learn how to use the software. It's not to see how fast you can do it. There are no points for finishing sooner. As a matter of fact, I would say the opposite. So,
And we'll be honest, we are both button clickers.
yep,
So we write this from a position of love. Uh, yeah, it's just not the best approach for this.
yeah. So anyway, learn. They say it's good to learn from your mistakes. Learn from somebody else's mistakes. Ours.
Yes.
Don't do that. Okay. Things will go wrong. This is very complicated software. So it's okay. Just back up a step or, or find a workaround. There's 3 ways to do just about anything in ArcGIS.
Yeah.
So right click on it, use the menus, use the ribbon. So there are a lot of different ways you can do anything. So um, don't freak out. Go, oh, this is not working correctly. I either did something wrong or the computer did something wrong. In either case, take a deep breath. There's always the undo button. And
Yep.
then you learn from each other. So if you're taking this as a class, then that's a great opportunity to sit down and do these exercises with a colleague. Great way to make friends. Okay, so as we said, we have given you permission. You have permission. Slow down. Learn the material. Don't just get through it. And yeah, ask yourself if you know what you just did. Do the steps again if you have to. It's no big deal. Okay.
Yeah. Practice practice helps.
But yes, we give you permission. You may have it. So yeah, try experimenting some. What happens if I do it this way instead? Oh, well, that's kind of interesting. Oh, I like that. As you're building a map that you need in some of, just a little further into it, like, oh, I don't know, 5, 6 chapters even, try making your map look better. So there's a lot of really cool things out there. And, again, that's part of the learning experience. Yeah, use that undo button.
Yeah. And then if you want to move on from the book, like you loved it so much, you need more GIS in your life. Esri offers free online lessons it, at learn.esri.com. Yeah. And some of them are for online, some are for pro. So they have search capabilities so you can find the ones that you want.
Now I'm gonna, is it learn.arcgis.com or learn.esri.com?
I think I said Esri. Did I
Okay.
say ArcGIS? I was reading it. I don't think I
I
said.
know. I'm just saying, did I type the right thing? But anyway, there are free
Oh,
lessons. Yeah, you can go to esri.com, type learn, and you will certainly jump right
yeah.
to it.
Yeah. Oops.
It does make a world of good, a lot of great things that you can do.
Yeah.
So let me unshow this a second. We'll just chat with you a second here. So we're delighted that you have jumped into the GIS world. It's really been great for us. We learn a lot, and we learn a lot from working with people who are learning themselves. So any final words of wisdom?
Nope. Just have fun.
Have fun. That's right. Okay, so with that, over and out. Have a great time.
Thanks.